Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight. We've got The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, episode 31. We're going to call this episode Lost Things. We'll see what that means. But we've got our whole crew here tonight. We got Mike, Dasha, Christian, Randall, and we have somebody special here. Somebody whose name placard is already giving their stuff away. Joey's in the house.
I was wondering if he knew that the name placard was there.
I couldn't see.
Well, Joey, welcome. It's been a minute since you've been on the channel, right? Last time you played was the
reunion.
The Icewind Dale reunion? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good to have you back.
Yeah,
what's that,
you
Joe?
Embarrassed to have me on or something? Don't want your cousin stealing the show?
No, but I did replace you on Spelljammer, Light of Xerxes. You see that?
Yeah, I did. I did see that.
And by that, he means he's never watched it. Ever. But yeah, Joey, welcome back. It's always good to have you on the channel. Joey, for those of you who don't know, is actually my cousin. We're not lying. We actually are related, unfortunately. So it's good to have Joey back, and we'll see what he's got cooking for us tonight. He's got a character that I just recently made you a token for, so you can check that out and make sure you can move it.
I've got the sheet.
Yes, you see the sheet? Good, excellent. We have a very special episode because we're in the Palace of Heart's Desire. We entered into the gardens 2 episodes ago. Now you got into the castle proper this time, or the previous time. And this episode, you're going to explore the secrets and wonders even more. But before we begin, just to get to know each other a little bit better, how was everyone's Halloween? What did we do?
I got no trick-or-treaters, not a single one.
No, not one?
Not one, so I just ate all the candy.
That is a travesty. That's just such a shame. No kids in the neighborhood?
I think they just all went to better neighborhoods, which I don't blame them. I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah. I feel the same way about my neighbors. Kind of lame, but we made the most of it. My kids are so little; they just love going anywhere. Down the street was fine. I'll just share one thing before we get into all of yours. I did post a picture on my community tab and Instagram and Facebook today. As I mentioned before on stream, my son is in love with the band Kiss for whatever reason. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know why, but he loves them, and I love it then because he loves them. We dressed up as Kiss, the entire family, my wife, my daughter, my son, face paint and all. So check that out. I'll post the link down below in the comments at the end of the stream. But if you search for Tabletop Bob on social media, you'll find me, and you can see that glorious picture there. It's a little tease for the social media. What about the rest of you? What'd you do for Halloween?
Which one were you, Bob?
I was Ace Frehley, the worst one, but but it's okay. I'll give my kids a spotlight. My son was Paul Stanley, and he wanted to make sure everybody knew that. And my daughter was Gene Simmons, but she didn't want to put the makeup on, so you can see in the picture she was kind of being hard to handle there. My son knows the band so well though that we went out to lunch after his trunk or treat, and the person at the counter asked him, if he was a wrestler or something, they had a jacket on, couldn't see exactly what he was, and he didn't have the makeup for that. And he was like, "No, I'm Kiss from Kiss," and I was like, "Yeah, he's actually, dressed up like Kiss." She goes, "Oh, right, rock on, stick out your tongue, buddy." And he goes, "I'm not Gene Simmons. I'm Paul Stanley." Like, he was offended at the fact that she did not know that. So that tells you a little bit about who he is. But anyway, yeah, my son, he's great. He's cute. Stanley. Dean's good. Yeah. Yeah. So what about you all? What's your Halloween story?
I did a lot of D&D stuff.
What?
Technically played 3 different games with 2 different costumes. Got to dress up as one of my characters. It was also my birthday. And I got one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten, which is directly above me. A very, very awesome poster. It's a character from Star Trek Odyssey.
Your birthday's on Halloween?
On Halloween, yeah.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I normally don't dress up, so that was kind of a big change. Some of my costumes didn't really work out, mostly because I had never dyed my hair, and I tried dyeing my hair and bought not great dye. I bought like blind white contacts, which were supposed to not actually make me blind. They did. So I couldn't see or use those. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. Yeah.
So Randall, you got to post some pics up in the Discord. Sounds like we need these character pics.
I mean, I don't really have any.
Oh, somebody took pics.
I don't know if anybody did. A few people were in costume. Not everybody dressed up like super big. I don't know if anybody took pictures.
If the
I
pics
have my
exist,
glasses from the character.
nice.
You know, I had like a full trench coat. I did like face eye makeup. It was pretty
Loving
fun.
it. That's awesome. If the pics exist, we need them.
If the pics exist, I will happily post them. Yeah.
Thank you, Randall. Appreciate it.
Cool.
What else we got here? Mike, you had some story to tell?
I don't know, nothing too crazy. We went to my brother's house with Oliver, and he had a bunch of people over. It was like a little party, but we left before they started going trick or treating because it was getting kind of late, and Ollie's still pretty little.
Yeah.
We stopped at like 4 or 5 houses with him, and he thought it was amazing. Like he didn't realize what was happening at first, but once he figured out they were putting candy in the bucket he was carrying, he thought it was like great. He was like shaking his bucket in the air and like having
That's
a blast.
awesome.
He's the only candy he's ever had is Kit Kat, and a bunch of people gave him Kit Kat, so he was like, "I love these things. This is great."
Oh,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I don't know. We left a bucket outside since we were out with a little note that was like, we left like okay candies like cookie dough bites and Japanese like mint Kit Kats we left. And we put like a little sign that was like, "We're out. We'll be back around 6, 7 o'clock. If you come back after that time, we have full-size candy bars." And I think we only had 30 people show up after that point. There was clearly people who took the other candy, but nobody came back for them. And I feel like, I don't know if this is because of trunk or treat or whatever, but like, I don't think there's as many people trick or treating.
Yeah. I felt the same way.
I remember when I was a kid, like we would be out till like 9, 10 o'clock at night. We didn't see a single person after 7:30.
Yeah. It depends. Your neighborhoods are different. Where I grew up, my hometown, it was like always like Joey knows. It was like insane. People all over the place. And it still is like that. But, some neighborhoods are, no kids or kids go somewhere else. I think Christian, you were saying the kids go to a cooler neighborhood, and that's kind of like how it works. And Stefano just said all my neighbors unsubscribed, so because I called my neighborhood lame. So, yeah, I feel you. Joey?
Yeah, no, I went to a Halloween party. My costume was a pair of skin tight like leopard leggings, cat ears, and a leotard, and I was a girl who got a last minute costume as my costume.
That's genius. Wait, you thought of this?
No, I found this online, and I was like, "Oh, this is hilarious."
You went as a girl who couldn't think of a costume.
Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
No,
Why
not
is that
couldn't think of
perfect for
costume.
you?
Got a last minute costume.
Got a last minute costume.
But I got my costume like a month in advance, so I feel like I cheated.
Wasn't last minute. Well thought out. And Dasha, anything for you?
So on actual Halloween, I didn't do anything because I was at a teaching conference this weekend in Seattle. So yesterday I was flying back home, so I was like on a plane, and then I was unpacking and just too tired to do anything. But Friday, I was not in costume, but I saw a lot of people in costume because randomly on the night that my boyfriend and I arrived in Seattle, there was a concert by one of my favorite bands that I had no idea about. Tickets were like $7.
The Backstreet Boys?
And
My God.
No. Oh my God, that would have been interesting. It was I think Vardruna. They have done the soundtrack for Vikings. It's like a Nordic folk type band. We had no idea they were there. We randomly walked right by the theater where they were playing, and my boyfriend pointed it out. So we like got tickets, and everyone there was dressed up as like Vikings or
Wow.
some version of that. So it was really cool. We were very underdressed for the occasion because it was last minute, but that was my pre-Halloween experience. It was a really cool
Nice.
concert.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you like that show, I've never seen it. I've heard good things from Vikings,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure that's amazing. If you're a fan of the show, can't get better than that, right? No,
Yeah,
no hurdy-gurdies,
anyone that knows
though.
me knows that I like. Sorry?
No hurdy-gurdies?
No hurdy-gurdies, but I was just gonna say, like, anyone that knows me knows that I love all the bizarre, unusual instruments, and that's like all they do. At one point, they had these like giant horns they were playing. That sound, it's like such a low sound, and you can feel the air vibrating.
Mm.
And it's like a war horn. I don't know what it's called. I need to find the name of it, but it was like epic. We were
I'm sure
both sitting
somebody
there with our
knows.
mouths open, like, what is going on right now? It was really cool.
Nice.
Well, it's got to be really weird. Like I feel like I've had like a similar experience. I saw like the actors for Daredevil, like the
What?
Marvel TV show at a bar once,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I made a complete jackass of myself. Like I was
What
talking
did you
to
do?
like do you know the character who plays like the buddy of Daredevil,
Fozzie.
Fozzie? Okay, I
Foggy.
talked to that
Oh,
actor.
Foggy.
Jesus
I-
Christ, guys.
Foz?
Fozzie, the bear.
I talked to that actor.
Fozzie Bear?
And I was completely just drunk off my ass. And I'm like, listen, man, like supporting roles are worth it. Like you gotta find your way up that ladder.
This really happened, Joey,
Oh
or are
my
you just
God, Joey.
making this up?
It was so bad.
This really happened?
Yes. This was at the
Oh
brass
my
movie.
god.
Oh
Wow.
jeez. It was
He's a very accomplished actor.
I know. I didn't know what to say. I panicked.
Eldon Henson, I apologize. Okay.
Supporting roles are worth it.
I apologize, Eldon. Thank you
Like
for
don't I
subscribing.
think I told him like once you make it, you gotta be a real person. Don't be an
Wow.
ass. It was so
Once
bad.
you make it, when you
Yeah.
do make it,
Once you
okay.
I know you're only on the most watched Netflix show currently, but when you hit your break, man.
Wow.
Ugh.
Well,
But no, it is really cool. Like you're just like walking around, like, oh, that thing I really like is here.
oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, Joey, you have to make amends for that. Starting tonight with your
If I ever
performance.
see that guy, I'm gonna apologize to him.
That's okay. Yeah, if you ever see him again.
That guy.
I still
Eldon.
don't-
You
Henson.
basically called him an NPC.
Yeah,
You
you don't
did.
even know his name. You definitely NPC'd him.
Oh, okay. Well, Joey, you got a lot to make up for. Real
my
quick, because
God.
Joey does not know all of you. Your characters, I should say. As we jump into the game, why don't we introduce our characters for the audience and Joey, and then we'll do a quick recap. Why don't we start with Dasha? Why don't you begin?
I'm already unmuted. I know you're gonna call on me first, Bob.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
He likes to pick on me, Joey. This is a trend.
Never.
I am
did.
playing Siggy, a fairy rogue who has been through a lot of ups and downs on this adventure. She's found a lot of cool snacks and treats along with her friend Boomy, and we've learned how far she will go to get a snack. And she just throws all caution to the wind and will literally eat whatever she finds that looks edible. So she's like a child. And she's also had some lows where she keeps looking for her brother who went missing a long time ago. And she keeps hearing that, oh, he's in this place. And they get there, and then he's not there. He's moved on. And that's happened like 3 or 4 times. But at the end of last session, I seem to recall that she might have heard his name. So I guess this might be a big one for her.
All right. Thank you, Dasha. Randall.
I'm playing Quentin Queen, a human eloquence bard. Little did the party know, I actually lost a dog in the Feywild, also named Rowan. So I think that actually might be the Rowan that was said. I don't want to burst your bubble, Dasha. I know we had like a lot of secrets at the beginning of the campaign. I didn't want to tell you. So I want you to have expectations
Good.
for what's to come.
Thanks for
either-
letting me know. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Randall,
the
you're a
trick
good
is
friend.
gotta let them down easy, you know.
Yeah. Great.
So one of you is going to be disappointed.
I
Mike?
know. I that's what I said,
sorry.
Joey. I mean, yeah, I'm letting her down easy.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no. Joey should know my character because he should have already watched the show. So
What about
Well-
for the audience, Mike?
For the audience.
I know his character, but for the sake of the the audience, could you talk through the stream?
There you go.
yeah, sure, that's it. Okay, my character is Professor Oscar Tennant.
He knows the character for sure.
Yeah, that's it. He's a artificer who is trying to find his way back home after 7 years in the Feywild. That's basically it. That's the premise. There you go.
And you have a little friend with you, Charles.
Yes, Charles, my mechanical manservant.
That's right. Charles wears a cowboy hat in our token, so I imagine him with a cowboy hat in real life.
Makes
Did
sense.
we ever figure out? Did you ever tell us what you're the professor of? I don't remember if you.
Don't
ever
worry
did.
about that.
No.
No,
Okay. I just realized it as you said your name. I couldn't remember what you were the professor of. All right.
Are you tenured? Is the real question.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a stable job that you're going back to when you get out of the Feywild?
If he's
Depends
still
on,
tenured, that'd be impressive.
Depends on which university we're talking about. As you all are aware, I've come from many different cities. Some of
true.
which
I think he's
are
just an
not even-
adjunct at a lot
Adjunct
of
for- I
cities.
see,
Yeah, he's
gotcha.
an adjunct.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
adjuncts at a
sabbatical.
lot of cities.
I had a passing job in Overmar once. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
Miskatonic?
Balder, you know.
Yeah, Balder. That's actually just an online course.
that is actually
you
where the
scribe
inspiration.
into class.
Yeah.
That's actually where the
For-profit
inspiration-
online university.
I mean, that's where the inspiration for this character came from. I think one of our streams we somehow talked about like DeVry University.
We
And
might
I was
have,
like,
yes.
I can make a character based on this.
Yes, and this stream is sponsored
Characters.
by University of Phoenix. Learn to go to explore your desires. Christian, who are you?
What?
That's
All
their
right.
tagline, I'm sure. Explore your desires.
Explore your desires
That's-
is the motto of
No, you're right.
University of
I
Phoenix.
just googled it. Rise from the ashes. That's the
Oh.
I
okay.
like the first one. It makes it seem like it's a brothel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Christian?
University of Phoenix, a very surprisingly sex-positive establishment. You wouldn't expect it, but
This is gonna be a wild
sex
stream,
positivity
everybody.
is a good thing.
This is gonna be a wild one. Christian,
Post Halloween, candy,
Yes.
comas, everyone has. I'm playing Boomy, the Asmar War Cleric, who just like Siggy will eat whatever's in front of him. Last episode I drank some water, and now I act like a bear.
that is actually.
All right.
It's literally what happened.
I actually forgot about that. I'm so happy actually.
And to be clear, we're talking about like grizzly in the woods, not like grizzled beard, like and a flannel. So, just to be clear,
Yeah, and not Bear from Supernatural 20.
No,
Different
not to
bear.
be confused.
Different
No.
bear.
Yeah. It's
Boulder
funny
Could've
because I
been
feel
that
like
bear.
the water was like the least risky thing you ingested. We literally ate cookies off the ground in a forest,
Ate
That were
some
on a
really
plate.
and
questionable
nothing
things.
happened. And you drank some water, and you became a bear.
Yeah,
Oh my god, are you serious?
it's the Feywild.
I told you they will eat anything.
Yep. Well, Joey, that's everyone here, and I'm sure we'll find your character soon. Maybe in an hour or two from now, they'll find out who your character is. Bit of a recap. Last episode, you entered into the Palace of Heart's Desire. You're searching for a variety of reasons for things that you may have lost. Obviously, Siggy's looking for her brother Rowan, who has been rumored to have been kind of imprisoned here in the castle. Oscar is looking for a way home. Christian, although your lost thing has been found already, your ability to tell a secret has been found, you came to help the others and honestly just also escape, right? You want to get out of here.
I definitely want to go home.
Exactly. And then, Quentin, you're here to discover the secrets of what happened to Zybilna, the archfey that is supposed to be in charge of this domain, who had it taken from her from the Hourglass Coven, the three hags who you've all encountered now, and you know very well.
also to
You went-
personally kill Endlin Moongrave. Just to...
Fair enough. Maybe she will meet her bitter end soon. You were able to get into the castle by putting the iron thorn crown on top of the stag or the heart statue outside in the garden area. By doing this, it changed to a crown of roses, and then you were allowed passage into areas that have the heart crown symbol, like the front gate, which was locked magically. However, you did explore there, find some very interesting items in different small containers at the top of these towers of the palace. But you felt like these rooms and these hallways led to really dead ends. So you decided to go back outside, and you entered in through what seemed to be a stable. You passed through the glass Pegasi chariot, and then you headed into a room where Oscar Tennant was nearly smothered to death by a rug of smothering. And then you headed a little further, and you found what appears to be a library. We are going to have to retcon one thing, however, because I made a mistake. It's very minor, but it will take us right to the scene that we're at. I will set the scene again for all of you. You all set? Ready to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. I'm going to switch us over to a Roll20 screen as well, just because I think that might be helpful to visualize. Let's see here. I want to move you. Let's move everybody to the palace. Okay. Here we are. To the palace. All right, so I made a mistake. You can see here now the lighting is opened up for you here. You can see, correct? Yeah? Yeah, you all see. Yeah. So the lighting here is opened up because in this room there is a lion head on the door. And of course, you have put the crown on the heart. So this door, which the crest of the lion, is locked. However, I'm going to say that you heard those same noises, the calling from one adult man's voice. Without a description of this individual, you heard the voice call out, saying, "Rowan, come, Rowan, bring that book here." And then you hear some more shouting as the man continues to give instructions. "Rowan, please, it's time for a break. Grab us food from the kitchen. Hurry, though, we don't have much time. We're on the clock." And then you hear footsteps headed towards the door. What do you do?
Siggy's just
Well, I
like
say clock.
looking between all her friends with her mouth open, like did I hear that?
Yes, you did. Just play it cool. Play it cool. It sounds like he's coming out. Don't be intimidating. There's a lot of us in a very tight space.
Okay.
That was more to the whole group, not to you specifically. I meant just actually specifically to you, Boomy. Try to keep your distance.
If anyone comes through that door,
No,
on
no,
it.
No. Sheathe the brand. It's a very oddly shaped sheath, but sheathe it.
Boomy, are you moving your token? Are you staying away from the door? Or same with Quentin. Where are you all positioning yourself?
I'm gonna let Siggy kind of take the lead. Is this an open walkway? Or
It
there-
is. We had discussed that before. Yeah.
Oh.
That's an open stairway that leads up, high up, like 100 feet up, and it is
Oh.
yeah, it is
Oh, so this
not
isn't
100
like
feet up.
the
Excuse
other
me,
ones that lead
like 30 feet up. 30 feet up.
Oh,
Yes, exactly.
okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Like the other ones that you had done. It goes
Like
up
the other
and
ones.
heads into one of the small
am I
towers
supposed to
jutting
see
off the
that?
central. What's that? We had
Am I
talked
supposed-
about that before. It's there's yes, there's some tokens here, but yeah.
Well, no, it looked like it was a balcony, so I was like, if I'm walking out there, do I just instantly see someone staring
You
at me over a balcony?
actually would, but we didn't talk about it. We talked about the token individual, but in game we didn't. But if you were
Okay.
to look out there, you could. Are you backing up into the stairwell to
I
like
was
hide?
gonna back up because I didn't want to clump
Yeah.
up in the hall, and I don't know what door he's in. I'm going like right to the entrance of this to make a little bit of room for people.
Okay, so that actually does make kind of sense. So let's do that then. So, Randall, Quentin backs up into the stairwell to make room for others to kind of get away from the door. I see Oscar and Charles flanking the door. Siggy, where are you headed?
She is standing right where she's been. She's not
Okay.
moving.
Okay, Boomy, are you standing next to Siggy then on purpose, or you're...
Yeah, I would definitely be on guard with Siggy
Okay.
there. I feel like if anyone came close to Siggy, I would then be aggressive.
Fair enough.
I
And last thing
that would
before you speak, Joey, last thing before you do anything, Quentin, you turn and you look and you can see, yes, you do see an individual, like a few hundred feet in the air. It's very hard to tell who they are. However, you can see this person just floating above the vortex. I think I mentioned this
They're
area
floating
below.
above it.
Yep. As I mentioned, this area below you in this stairwell and in this court is basically a swirling purple vortex. Lightning, thunder, the sounds and the feeling of that wind rushing, kind of sucking downward is present here. However, floating directly above the vortex in midair, a few hundred feet in the air, is a humanoid. Just a body suspended in air, as well as some rubble and rocks that you could see on the map.
Does it look like conscious, or does it look like a person actually? Like, does it look like a body suspended, or does it look like a person levitating?
No, it looks like a body suspended. It looks like a person who is mid-fall, like they're falling backwards, face looking up,
but just stop.
back facing the
That man
vortex.
is in for a
and they are
very
stuck.
bad time when he is unfrozen.
Yeah.
Is
yes.
he? Oh.
Yeah.
Is he? Oh, so it looks. Oh, okay. So it kind of looks like someone like stopped in like time almost.
Stopped in midair, just reminiscent of the water fountain and a couple of the other things you noticed in the garden where things just aren't moving that should be moving. So that's what
Gotcha.
you see, and this would all be a quick glance as you're waiting for the door. The door will open. Joey, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I sort of saunter through the door, and
The door opens with a magical whoosh as the lion emblazoned door kind of parts, and standing there before you, Joey, would you like to describe your character?
Such a cute
Actually,
dog.
Joey, do you mind if I let Dasha do it?
yeah.
Dasha, describe your brother Rowan.
I don't know what he looks like. I don't know if he's younger. I haven't
Describe what
seen him in
he looked
years.
like to you back when you remember him.
I think he would have had probably longish hair, kind of like Joey's got. I'm assuming we looked very similar, even though we were a boy and a girl, but we had similar length hair. I, to be completely honest, do not remember what color eyes I said Siggy has, but they have the same color hair
That
and
same
eyes. Her token
beautiful
is
color.
her token is blonde hair and what looks like brown eyes, so I'm just gonna say brown eyes. I think her face looks like she's up to no good 24/7. Like she's got kind of raised eyebrows. She looks very Fae-like. I think he would have looked a little bit more mellow, not as mischievous, but still kind of upturned lips, smiling. Some people have a resting frown face. That's what I have in real life. Some
RBF.
people have that is my life. Everyone thinks I'm angry when I'm just not concentrating on or not thinking about anything. So I think both of the twins have kind of upturned lips. So even if they're not smiling, their faces kind of look still smiley. And yeah, I don't know what height he is because I don't know if he is still in the child form that I last saw him or if he has grown.
You see an 8-year-old version of your twin brother. And he looks at all of you and goes, "Ah!" and
That was what I was afraid of.
starts running away.
Where do you run? Back into
I
the
run
library?
into the room. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Back in the library, yeah.
Go ahead.
Siggy's gonna fly at him and tackle hug him.
Jeez.
It's gonna look like you're being attacked, but it's not an attack. It's a hug, but it is very aggressive.
Oh my god!
Not intimidating. Not intimidating.
are you people? Ugh.
Rowan, I thought I'd never see you again. And she's like crying and like laughing and like hugging you really tight, but you feel like you're being smothered and attacked probably because she's bigger than you. She's still a fairy, so she's small, but she is an older teenager.
I feel loved and confused as why this tall fairy is hugging me, not knowing who she is. Like, who are you? What are you doing?
She's just gonna continue on with her. I thought I'd never see you again, and then they kept telling me you were at this palace and then at this other palace and you were never there, and I was beginning to lose hope, and now you're here and I'm so happy.
Like looking up at you. Should I take an insight check?
No need to make an insight check. But you get the sense that she knows you for sure.
I'm like, Siggy?
Yes, you dummy.
But you're old.
You still look like an 8-year-old. What happened to you?
I don't know. It's been 3 months. How did you get so big?
Rowan, it's been 8 years.
What? No, it hasn't.
It has
I've been
been.
here for 3 months. What are you talking about? I was
Well-
kidnapped by the clown, and then the hags, and then the oh god, oh,
Bobby, is the door open?
freaking
Yes.
out, like crying.
All right, I'm gonna go
Oh.
inside.
I'm gonna follow him.
Interrupting
Or-
this
wait, I guess I
conversation.
wouldn't say oh god. I'd be like oh
Gods.
very oh god. Yeah.
Interrupting this conversation, though, is going to be the other individual in the room. I have a picture of this individual. It's actually, I think, quite necessary to show it to you. So I'm going to do that, and I'll tell you what they say. Here we go. Player handout coming your way. A elderly man, hunchbacked, holding a stack of books, just like is there, walks over to you and does his best to actually hurry to do it. And he says, "Rowan, are we under attack? We should call Kellic."
No, just squirt. doing squirt things. I say. Should I make a deception check?
Sure.
Did he say squirt?
Yeah, I don't know what you said squirt for. You mean Siggy?
Or no, I'm like actively lying about who's here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, go for it. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh,
I see
18.
that's an I see it's an 18. And he says, "Squirt, your friend that you talked about from what was the domain now? Thither? I don't get it. This is Squirt?"
So he's just looking around at her party, and her brother is super confused. But he's also like,
sorry.
you know Squirt? You know Squirt? We know Squirt.
He does know Squirt.
Yeah. It's a terrible lie. Like I told it convincingly.
I mean, he believes that this is Squirt. Then you've never told Sean anything about Squirt other than personality, so it would probably confuse him to a degree. But Sean, the librarian, will come up and look at all of you now, and he goes, "And who are all you? You're friends of Rowan? How did you come to be here?" He looks at all of you. "Explain yourselves."
Came through the front door, I'm afraid.
Yes. Well, I've been looking for Rowan for quite a long time, actually. He's my brother, and he got taken away from me, and I'm here to take him back.
Oh dear, this is quite a predicament.
Do we see whatever that is coming from his hood?
You do.
Because in the picture,
You do. Yeah.
It looks like he got a little too invested in a plate of crab.
Yeah, you do. The old man looks like a hunchback. However, you can notice that his the hunch is from time to time moving. You don't even need to make a check or anything like that. You can notice that hump looks like, even though it's under thick shawls, has some sort of legs or appendage protruding.
What's that on your back, friend?
He looks to his shawl and shuffles his shoulders a bit. The legs kind of retract out of sight. He covers himself a bit better. And he says, "Oh, that's just gray. Nothing to worry about. Gray and I have been searching for books in the library." And then you can kind of see the hand, that little appendage come out again and kind of give a little wave. That little black leg comes out and gives a wave. Joey, you would know that Sean has basically like a pet wolf spider that stays with him all the time. It freaks you out. You never really see the full body of it, but it seems harmless.
Yeah, he's cool. Cool. Everyone's cool.
I'm a little confused. If you're not supposed to be here in this library, then I suggest you head out. We have very important research to do. Isn't that right? He points to you, Joe.
Yeah, which is why I'll escort them out right now. I'll lead them out of the door, and I swear I'll be right back.
Yes, and please bring some food. We've got some
What
important
kind
work
of
to
research are you conducting in there? I'm a man of science myself. I've been known to browse and teach literature of all kinds.
He looks to you, Joey, and looks for your approval, as they are your friends.
Yeah. I take a leap of faith and I go, "Yep, we should." Yeah, he totally is. Yeah, I've known him for the longest of times.
Well, you did get 18 on your deception check, and I would say he's a little cautious. He looks at each of you like twice, like once glances back at each of you again and again, and then he says, "We're doing important research here. You've noticed that there's this strange phenomena going on in this palace. Some certain individuals and objects are frozen in time. I'm sure you've noticed that, correct?"
It would be hard not to.
Well, we're trying to figure out how to stop that and get those individuals freed. It's of the utmost importance, and Kellic has demanded that be done, and he would like it to be done sooner than later, as the hags are supposedly coming back.
Who's killing?
And do you work for the hags? Are you friendly with the hags?
Oh, I wish nothing. I wish not to be on the bad side of the hags, that's for certain. I fear them with a healthy amount. But, I mean, it's Zybilna, of course, that betrayed us all.
Sorry? You said Zybilna betrayed you?
That's right. I mean, not just me, but the Hourglass Coven and those who live here at the palace.
Sorry, I thought you just said that you were afraid of the Hourglass Coven.
I am, with a healthy amount of respect for that fear. They are terrifying individuals. I assume you know them.
I do. I'm quite familiar with all of them. But you seem to not favor them. Why would you be upset about them being betrayed by Zybilna? That also contradicts the story we've
Hold on,
heard.
wait. I think I just mixed the two words up. Zybilna was betrayed by the hags. Did I say it the other way around?
You said it the other way around.
Okay, I apologize.
That was why I was so fucking confused. I was like, "Whoa, this is a big twist. That Zybilna's the bad guy."
I apologize. I apologize.
The hags have been the good ones?
I apologize. I made a error there. No. Zybilna was betrayed by the Hourglass Coven, so I have a healthy bit of fear for the hags. That's why I trust Kellic, he says.
Kellic and the Hourglass Coven, they're not on good terms?
Oh, I mean, Kellic will do whatever the hags say, but who wouldn't? Everyone is under their thumb.
Do we know Kellic? Am I just
don't.
forgetting that name?
You
No,
do
we
not
don't.
know
Okay.
Kellic.
Who's Kellic?
He's the
Siggy
guy
will
that.
ask.
No, he's the guy that is running this whole thing. He's really mean. I wouldn't talk to him if I were you.
Yes, he's mean. He's mean, Rowan, but it's either him or the hags. And so far, Kellic has proven to be more honorable and wanting to do good, freeing these people.
I mean,
At least that one hag could just forget me.
the hag's not all that friendly. We almost killed one of them just a few days ago. Actually, maybe it was earlier today. Time's kind of weird.
Yesterday.
Sean,
Siggy is gonna start like visually inspecting Rowan for signs of like bruises or something. Be like, did they hurt you? I will kill this Kellic if he laid a single hand on you, Rowan. I swear it.
I'm
She's
sticking
like
Rowan.
making sure you're okay, basically.
You see tons of bruises. You see like someone took a bag of oranges.
For real?
No.
Holy shit! I thought you were fucking serious there.
You sold
I was
it
like,
there.
oh shit, we're about to fucking
bag
kill
of
this
oranges.
librarian, I guess.
you see some somebody took a bunch of pewter Warhammer models from the 1990s and threw them in a sock, and that is what Rowan looks
God.
like right now.
That's a murder
That's-
weapon, not
yeah,
a.
that's yeah, broken bones at
metal
least.
ones.
Now, Joey, what would Rowan have on him?
Yeah, he'd have some scrapes and bruises. His clothes would be like kind of ragged.
More like
Just
like
shovels.
neglect rather than straight up
maybe,
abuse.
Maybe a little like smack it around, just because.
Okay.
Well,
Well, then he's had it rougher than I thought.
but you know,
Sig-
like he knows when to keep his mouth shut.
Siggy
Okay.
gets visibly angry, like when Tinkerbell gets angry and her face turns red and there's like steam coming out of her ears. That is what Siggy is doing right now as she sees this.
But for the most part, I'm in good shape.
Sean will add a couple things in, and he says, "It's the lesser of two evils. I'll be honest with you. At least Kellic wants to free people, but I'd be cautious around some of his associates, especially Warduke.
Oh, yeah. Stay away from him,
So,
jerk.
Who is he?
Warduke?
He's a jerk. Like, I'm
He's
sorry.
a bodyguard. He's a bodyguard, a brute enforcer.
Alright. I saw a man suspended in air. It looked like possibly some sort of knight. Any connection between this and that, or is that just another person frozen?
Oh yeah, that guy's frozen. He's been there for a while.
Yes, one of the poor unfortunate people frozen in time up there over the vortex. Don't know who he is per se, but I believe Kellic knows him.
I wonder, like, what we're gonna do when we unfreeze time. Is he just gonna fall?
Well, based on what I saw happen to that rugged smothering, I'm pretty sure if he falls, it's going to tear him into pieces.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should tie a rope to him, but I
don't know
can't
if that
fly
would be
over the
better.
vortex. It'll pull me in.
Mm.
Yes,
Oh.
don't go near the ledges. It is
Yeah.
very dangerous.
What about the League of Malevolence? My understanding was that they had taken a seat here.
There are many chairs to go around.
A seat of power.
Oh, quite different. Yes, it's possible that they took this position with the intention of gaining power, but I can assure you that even though they are in a position here at the palace, they are subservient to the hags.
And is Kellic a part of them, or is he above them?
No, he is a part of this League of Malevolence. However, as I mentioned, we don't have many options at this point.
Well, good news. You have some new options.
Yes.
You all, friends of Rowan, I assume that you were allowed in here by Kellic and his forces.
Not at all.
Oh, no.
There's no
We found
Kellic and
a-
no forces. It's all abandoned.
We put a crown on top of a statue and opened a door.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we
You-
opened another door.
Weren't you commanded to
Which
stay
was weirdly
outside in the
unlocked.
garden?
By who? No.
By the sentinels.
No, they were quite fond of us bringing them the crown. They said no such thing once we put it on one of their heads.
Apparently, you just have to be chosen by Zabilna, and the only thing you need to do to be chosen by Zabilna is find a little metal crown. So, you know, we did.
It has been quite some time that I've been here in this palace under the hag's rule, and no one has made it into the castle aside from, well, those brought in, like Rowan here.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. That means that anyone who was trying to get into the castle was not trying very hard, or they weren't very intelligent. All I did was find a fish woman in a lake, and she handed it to me.
Yes, and actually, the door that let us in here, we didn't even need to do that part. Actually, the door that the crown opened was quite rubbish. We did really nothing in there.
Well, then consider yourselves lucky, as most people have not made it out of the garden.
Well, anyways, the League of Malevolence sounds like a giant gang of assholes, and we've worked with Valor's Call in the past. So,
It's true.
I'm not
If,
familiar with that term.
well, they were here. I mean, Valor's Call was here. I think they were fighting the League of Malevolence when everything happened. To be sure. At least that's the story I was told.
That's
I,
possible.
Actually, that guy flying out of the window, he might be part of Valor's Call. There's like a 50-50 chance.
Yes, if Kellic knows him, probably even higher.
Or Kellic might have been the one who blasted him out of the window.
Kellic and his group are here at the palace. They patrol around the halls. I'd be very cautious if you were to run into them. They would not
many
take
in
your
patrols?
presence very well.
How many per patrol? Do they go as a group or one at a time?
Mostly it's Warduke himself doing rounds, although some of the others, they can hide in plain sight.
Does he have a schedule?
Not that I know of. I'm just a simple librarian.
He doesn't
Gray,
check
do
in
you
on
do you know of anything? And the little claw out underneath like kind of shakes like no. Yes, we're unfortunately kept out of the loop, right? Isn't that right, Rowan?
Yeah, they don't tell us much. Just tell me to read books all day. It makes me really bored.
And I've been put in
I'm so
charge of him,
sorry.
basically babysitting.
I'm so sorry that you have to read books all day, Rowan. That sounds terrible.
It's
That's a
terrible.
wonderful
I'll get you out of
education.
here.
It sounds like
Are we going home? Are we going home now?
Yes, I'm taking you home. We're going home. And here, I have some candy for you to tide you over. And she'll give him like a candy cane, which I think she said was his favorite candy. I'm sure she'll have one somewhere stowed away because she always has food. So I'm just gonna say that she has one. She'll give it to Rowan.
I start crying. I see candy again. I start eating it.
Siggy just like pats your back, like it's okay, we're going home soon.
I'm like hugging her and crying. And
I'm
it's just
sniffing
like
the
my
bag of
face is
treats.
just covered in sugar.
The chat says Joey's an 8-year-old. How predictable. How predictable.
I know, perfect casting, right?
Had to. All right, so Sean gives you that warning that if you run into Kellic and his gang, they probably won't take your presence too well. You're going to move out of this. You realize, though, that once this door closes behind, as Rowan gets out of the room, that if any of you were to try to enter it, it is locked to you. Rowan, however, you seem to go in and out of it. Well, you go in and out of it regularly. Okay, is there everybody good? Do you want to move about?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Where do you want to go now? So you're outside in this hallway of this like west wing of the palace. Where to next?
I want to ask Sean.
Oh, you still
What?
want to stay in the library?
I just want to ask, where when they're not patrolling, where are they?
The second floor, of course. That's where they reside.
And what about when the hags are here?
They have their own lodging on the second floor, but I don't know where they go, per se. When the hags tell them to do something, they do it.
Well, no, when the hags are here, where do the hags reside?
The hags do not reside here. They visit from time to time. They do not stay here.
But when they visit, is there something that somewhere they typically go? We were actually under the impression that they beat us here.
It's as I said, my book has been in a nose my book has been in a nose. That's something else.
Big
My nose has been in a book all day long. I don't know if they're here or there
It would have happened yesterday.
or anywhere.
Can I do just an insight check on Sean?
Sure.
Oh, why didn't that not?
Did it roll?
It keeps not connecting to Roll20. It was just an 11.
I would say you get no good reading on him. I mean, he told you a lot of information. Hard to decipher if there's anything in that that's, true and false. Rowan seemed to agree with him. So where to now? Rowan, you have to go get food, apparently.
Yep.
So do you want to... How do you want to do this? Do you want...
I head towards the kitchen while avoiding
the area?
Certain areas that I'm not going to tell the group about.
Gotcha. So Rowan will just start heading down south towards like where you left. So he'll start going down back towards the room. Rowan, when you get to this room, you go to grab a rose from the vase that's on the table at the front of the room. However, it looks like the rug has been gone. This rug that's here is no longer here anymore. And you look around and you still grab that rose out of caution and maybe familiarity, but you feel like you won't need it. And you don't even you wouldn't probably suggest to the rest of the group to grab it.
What happened to the rug?
Threw it into the vortex.
It was kind of mean to us.
It was such a mean rug. You have no idea. This rug. It would always go up to my arm and then do this thing where it would just go up and down. And then I'd have a burn.
A rug burn.
Oh no. That's no good. Do
It
the
was a little
flowers
worse.
somehow stop it from attacking you?
No, but they smell nice.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know.
Yes, the roses would prevent them from attacking you, so probably maybe why it tries to just pet you or something.
It's allergic.
It's
No.
Yeah. All right, so you head back down south towards the stable, and you head outside into the open air. Everyone else who wants to follow him can follow him, or you can tell him to go somewhere else. Tell your brother where to go.
Siggy's just gonna follow him because he's going towards food, and she likes food, so that seems legit. And
Okay.
he knows this area better than she does, so she'll follow.
Yep. So Joey, Rowan is headed to the garden where the sentinel is, the sentinel that we referred to before, that Iron Heart Sentinel. You start, as you're walking, I mean, you can discuss with your sister anything. She's making some wild claims. She looks so different. What do you say?
So, did you just grow up super fast, or what have you been doing?
Well, I think I have grown up at a normal speed back in Baldur's Gate, where I've been living since you left, or since you were taken. But it's been 8 years in normal time, and I think here time is very weird. So, I don't know what's happening, but I don't know what to do with this. But we will figure it out, Rowan, because we are back together, and together we can do anything. Just like we snuck into that carnival, which didn't end super well. Yes. And what have I been doing? I've been
In 8 years? I'm just like taking all that in and like, because it really has only been like 3 months for me.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll deal with it. We will find a solution. Don't care how old you are, as long as we are back together, because you're the only family I've got.
I hug you. Like,
What happened to your mom and dad?
I start crying. I'm like, I miss you so much.
What happened to your mom and dad, Siggy?
We were, I think, let me think back to our backstory. I think they were like stolen as children and then ran away and then grew up on the streets together
That's right.
until they were
Yes,
8
yes,
and then
yes.
they got stolen. So yeah. Yeah, Siggy will hug Rowan back and like I guess I'm assuming they're like flying or like fluttering above, but
They're
she'll just like
fluttering.
she'll like just take his hand and they'll like hold hands as they're going because she doesn't want to let him go. But she'll just tell them about her life so far, and basically what she's been doing is living in Baldur's Gate, stealing a lot of stuff. Not anything major, but like she is a pickpocket, so she's just been stealing money and candy, basically, to buy the money to buy more candy and I guess sometimes healthy food.
You have
And
this
sometimes carnival tickets.
Yeah, you have this conversation where you catch up and try to explain what just happened to your brother, and maybe try not to upset him even, but you know he knows that something's off, and you know the age gap, and he's scared. You head to the garden area again, and you get to that wall, and of course you two are just talking and flying next to each other, and you just fly up as Rowan kind of leads you over that very tall 30-foot wall that blocks off the garden where you've met Wrath, the heart statue. Meanwhile, Boomy, Oscar, Quentin, and Charles. Oh my goodness, and how could I have forgotten Lemon? Oh my god.
Yeah, what does Lemon say?
Yes. Yeah, I apologize.
We need Lemon.
Yeah. Lemon must have been like, you know, when you were headed through that, she was like checking out the other rooms, the one with the rug, checking the flowers, something. She was maybe enamored by the Pegasi
Sean?
chariot. No, not Sean. No. But then she flies in, and this is probably while you're still walking. You're walking back to this area right here with the stable. That's where she would have been probably. She was hanging back, and she sees you, and she goes, did we pick up an extra member?
Yes. Lemon, this is my brother, the one I've been telling you all about for the past several weeks.
All right,
Yes.
show me your brother. Where is he? I bet you he's good looking if he's got genes like you.
He's 8, Lemon.
What did he eat?
I need an adult.
Wait, this is your brother?
Yes, this
This-
is my twin.
You're twins, you said.
Well,
Yes, we're twins.
I'm so confused. Wait a second.
What's your name?
Wait. Oh, my name's Lemon.
Why?
Lemon looks to all of you. She's like, cause that's my name, Lemon, cause I'm.
I've never grappled with this before.
And you're
Rowan is-
Rowan?
Why am I named Lemon?
Rowan is
so
asking the
confused.
really hard philosophical questions here.
She's so confused. I thought that you were twins.
We are twins, but you know the time thing, and time here is weird, and remember the boys living in the tree, they were all young forever, and I think Rowan is also maybe under the effects of the weird time things.
So you
And-
don't have a strapping brother that I could maybe date in a few years when he's of age?
Siggy just like raises her eyebrow at Lemon.
She's like,
looks
all right,
at
all
Rowan.
right. All right.
I just want
What's
to point
dating?
out, Lemon, that's still creepy. It's still creepy.
I mean, I'm only
waiting...
like 5, so
What? I thought
Yes.
pixies.
sprites. We're different. All right, get it right. Sprites.
Oh wait, is she not a pixie?
She's a sprite.
Oh,
I'm
I
a
thought she was
sprite.
pixie.
I could just be making this all up, though. Who knows?
It's almost like it's all happening in your head.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I guess we could welcome him to the party, but remember, priority number 1 is finding out how to fix Boppy.
I thought she was gonna say priority number 1 is finding me a boyfriend.
That's
I guess that's
priority number
synonymous.
2.
It's
Yeah.
kind of synonymous. Maybe Boppy and Lemon.
No, Boppy and Lemon, that wouldn't work out.
It would not work out.
It would not work out. So Lemon will fly over and hang out with all of you. I'm gonna grab her token here. All right. So now you're back, and you just fly over. Oscar, Quentin, Boomy, you're down below. Boomy, you don't even know how to approach this, because how are you gonna get up 30 feet? Climbing? I don't even know.
Why are we going this way? I thought we were going to a kitchen.
Did you hear something, Rowan? Did someone say something?
Did someone
We're
say
like
something?
far away, flown over the thing. Forgot about you guys.
We can't fly.
Oh no. Our friends
Like
are still.
the sky?
How long?
Are they asking why?
Maybe. I don't know. You might be right, Rowan.
Are they afraid to die?
All
I
of
do-
these would be prompts to come back and figure out more information.
I
No matter
can-
what you just said and you think that we said, it would make sense to come back.
I think they said they want to fry. I don't know what's good in the kitchen, but
I think they said okay, bye. So I think we can go.
it sounds
can-
reasonable.
get wings, so if I'm able to, I could carry
You
people
could.
over.
Is that your channel divinity, though?
Oh.
Christian,
I mean, yes, it is. If that
You-
gets us,
What's your channel?
you don't want to waste your channel divinity.
Oh.
Even as a
Two-
bear. Even as a bear.
wing abilities?
Yeah, he can fly.
Oh, dang.
His channel divinity. He grows like angel wings or something like that, right?
yeah. Let me see if that's my.
It's something. It's an ability
Yeah.
I'm sure you cannot do.
I'm gonna, since I'm not
anytime you
getting
want.
any response from yelling, I'm going to cast message because I'm assuming they're not 150 feet away.
They're not. They're like 40 feet away.
I'm just.
It's
gonna
not my channel divinity. It's
Oh,
my
Would you please
radiant
come
soul.
back?
Yes, they can come back. They'll fly. They'll fly back.
We'll come back. Oh, they're so slow, Rowan. Sometimes I really have to wait for them, and it really, makes me a little bit annoyed. I wish they
Yeah.
were faster.
Rowan, you would.
When you
Yeah,
respond, it gives me back the first thing you say. I just send another message saying, "Man, I heard that. You said it back in the spell."
Oh
And,
no,
Rowan.
Rowan! I think I've offended my friends. Do you think they'll be mad at me?
okay. You can just say you're sorry.
Okay.
Forgot to
Okay.
put the phone on mute.
I'm sorry. I'm
Um,
sorry.
Rowan, you know that this is the fastest and safest way to the kitchen. So
yeah.
this is the
I'm
way
just
you would
trying to
go.
open I'm just trying to open a door, right?
Yeah, this door will open for you. Yeah. So
Can
what do you want
Can
to?
we carry people up? Like if Rowan and I both.
I
take
think
someone's-
because this is not a combat situation, you were to take as much time as you need to. We've done this in the past. You can fly somebody up up the wall. That's doable.
Mhm.
Okay. So you'll go back and you'll take turns bringing over your friends one at a time over the wall. All right.
Lemon can help too. She can help tug at someone's sleeve.
She'll try. The door in front of you is a door frequented by Rowan and some other of the staff at the palace. Rowan, you go in as if it's just a normal day. You've been here at the palace now for what you perceive as at least 3 or 4 weeks, and you head through the doorway. I'm going to open it and let you all have sight in there. You do see that oh, that's wild. Let's not open that again. There we go. Let me give you one. There we go. Yeah, so you can move your tokens as you like. This is some sort of like a tunnel that goes into the castle. Go for it. Maneuver yourselves.
All right.
Oh, actually, I
follow me.
think you are. Yeah, I think you are able to see that. Yeah, let's actually make that big. It opens up into the air, and you can see down below the castle, which again is really like a floating palace, is up above the clouds. You are at a pretty high elevation. You can't even see down below to where ground is. So, falling over this area would be
I
certain
start
death.
walking.
I
So
cannot move my token for some reason.
Oh, let me help you out. It's stuck on the wall there. Sometimes it's weird. It gets yeah. Go ahead, move yourselves.
Oh, it's not me. Sorry. There we go.
I start walking on my feet because I'm afraid the winds will like blow me away.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You get just out of caution, you kind of get low to the ground. But Siggy, you could fly like normal. So can Lemon.
I'll do that, but I'll keep holding Rowan's hand.
Gotcha.
I'm like very scared up here.
The door ahead of you. Go ahead, Joe.
I say this way, and I try to go through the next door.
Yeah, the door ahead of you is actually there's no insignia on it. It does look ornate and has a swirling vine pattern on it. Like most of the other doors, they are intricately carved. This opens up into a room. This looks like some sort of a bedroom. And Joey, this is your lodging. This is where you've been staying here. There are multiple beds.
Up to my bed, and I'm like, "This is mine. This is where I've been sleeping for so long."
Apparently 8 years. Which one is yours, Joey?
The red one.
Gotcha.
Does it look nice, or are they like crappy dorm? Bunk
Like
beds?
everyone else's bed looks nice and mine looks like a mess because I don't.
This is servants' quarters. You can see this candlelit workroom contains tables, dressers, bunks for the palace staff. There are 5 goblins frozen in place like statues, caught in the midst of mundane chores, ironing clothes, socks, folding sheets. There's also a row of brass bells mounted on one wall.
I also put decorations on some of the goblins.
Sure. What do you put on them? Like clothes or like just hang random items?
Like Christmas decorations.
Gotcha.
Like
Some
ornament.
Christmas lights?
Not
Perhaps?
lights, but like those like balls.
The
I don't know what they're
Ornaments?
called. I think they're just called balls. Like or
ornaments?
bells.
Yeah, the balls. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So, you are in your room, Joey, and this is where you've been living for the last 8 years or a month.
Let me get my bag, and I run and I go grab some stuff, anticipating that we're gonna head out.
Yeah, I mean, Siggy told you you're free now, right? This is your leaving. So you gather everything from your trunk and you pack everything up quickly, and while you're all looking around this room, what do you do? What's the things you want to inspect while Joey is gathering his things?
Are these windows? Can I look through these?
Yes, they are windows. They look out into the. Oh, sorry, you're over here on the left-hand side. Gotcha. Yes, those are windows. However, it's hard to see. Swirling wind and purplish vortex kind of cloud the area, but with enough time looking at it, you can see it looks out into some sort of a stairwell, the outside of a stairwell. You've actually been in that stairwell. You could recognize based on your kind of awareness of the castle. This is the vortex courtyard.
I'm so happy to be going home. I hate this place.
Now,
Everyone-
Sean did tell you to get some food. So you packed up your stuff. Are you going to go grab food?
All right, so we're leaving now, right?
You could.
I sniff around with my bare nose. Do I smell any food just hidden in this room, or?
Give me a perception check.
An 11.
In 11. No, you don't smell any food. No, you don't smell anything. I mean, it's other than like I said, the living quarters probably have some sort of a scent. You know, Joey's clothes and things like that. Rowan's clothes. But you hear something. The ruffling of paper again.
Is that to me or is that the group?
To you.
I'm like, almost like when a dog hears something, they're like perk up. Almost. Do I pick out a direction?
Towards this door right here.
All right, so I kind of clearly perked up, and I'm like staring at that door over here,
Give me another perception check.
almost like I'm eyeing it.
Sure. For a brief moment, like you feel like almost like you blinked and you might have missed something, but you hear the ruffling of paper again, and for a brief second, you thought you might have seen like a shadow cast on that door, but again, you open your eyes wide and you don't see anything.
I feel like I may have jumped off the bed, maybe kind of taken a couple steps, almost like I was ready to like attack, but I stopped halfway when I realized there was nothing there.
Sure. What are you doing, Randall?
I'm kind of trying to get a read on Rowan right now.
Sure.
I'm trying to figure out what he's so afraid of, and I was actually going to ask as well.
Go for it.
But why are you looking at me?
Rowan, what are you afraid of?
Am I afraid of? Oh my god! There's
I mean,
so many things!
Yeah,
There's
you seem nervous.
There's a big dude with like armor and he's scary. There's like
Okay.
another dude. There's actually she's a woman, but she doesn't look like a woman. She's like a big blob thing that like will try to eat you. And like it's my job to
Yeah.
beat her sometimes. And then there's a dragon and it's all so scary. Oh jeez.
You say a blob, a female blob.
Like kinda. Oh, she's not like a blob, but she's kinda like a blob.
What do you feed her? You said you feed her.
Hear all kinds of things. I don't like to talk about it.
Where is she?
Oh, she's in the dining room.
What's her name?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Her-
Doob for gall.
That's pretty good, Joey. I'm
I was
proud of
gonna
you. I'm proud of you. Doob for Gale.
No, I say Dubfergle.
Dumfergle. Dumfergle.
Dumfergle. That's not bad.
Do we recognize that name? That's not one of the league, right?
Not that you know of. She's also a blob, apparently.
She's like not really like a blob, but she's kind of like a blob.
No, I like it. She's a blob.
And you said there's a dragon here.
There's a dragon. You guys gotta stay away from the dragon. The dragon is so
Where?
scary.
Where's the dragon? We saw it when we
I
came
don't
in.
want to talk about it.
We have no interest in fighting a dragon.
I don't want to see the dragon.
If you tell us where
Quentin,
it
can't
is,
you see you're upsetting him?
I want to make sure we don't accidentally find a dragon like we did last time.
I'm like freaking out.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is very scary being here.
I
I
know.
don't want to go home.
We're gonna go home, don't worry. We're just gonna make sure we avoid all the scary creatures and the dragon. She'll like whisper that to Quentin so Rowan doesn't hear. We're gonna avoid all of those. We're gonna get you out of here, and nobody say the D word again. You hear me? And she like looks around at everyone, because I don't want my little brother to get upset.
Boomy, you're confused as to what letter the D is.
I'm trying to see if I can smell a dragon. I'm just like sniffing around.
Fair enough.
Smell man flesh.
All right, where to?
I
You
think I'm
said that
gonna walk towards that door with the paper sound. I think that's just something I would do.
Sure. You head to the door. It looks like the door is. Like the door hasn't really been. You heard some sounds there, but a quick glance, it doesn't look like the door has been touched or tampered with. It's not open. It's closed.
We'll hear it.
You don't hear anything anymore. There's no like sounds or smells. You want to listen to the other side of the door?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check.
That is a... Hey, 24.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay, very nice. You hear the sound. Let's see here. You hear the sound of...
A dragon.
No, not a dragon, no. But you hear the sound of... Yeah, wings, I would say. Yeah, wings. Maybe the sound of... I'm going to have to say that you actually hear the sound of ruffling paper as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, you don't hear wings like wings flapping. No, I apologize. You don't hear that. You do hear the paper sound, though. And smells. Maybe delightful smells coming from the other side.
So maybe I do like what dogs do, and they like sniff the bottom of a door like all the time, and they're just like, they smell something there.
Yeah, Rowan, you see him sniffing the door, and, I mean, he smells the food, obviously, because that's the kitchen.
Wait, do you want something?
Good
I
boy.
hear something on the other side. Something
Hey.
smells delicious, like
Probably gonna be somebody.
Oh, is there a herd of buffalo coming?
it's like I'm gonna say,
Sure.
if anyone else, does anyone else hear the that sound?
Do you want me to open it?
Sure.
Sure. Why don't we all go in?
Is it safe?
I like shrug my shoulders.
I mean, yes.
I'll tell the
you've been
group
in
that
there.
I did hear something on the other side, but that it does smell delicious. And Siggy, there's probably something really good over there.
Does Bob? Can you text me what? or
It's safe in there. You've been in there many times. There's food, plenty of food.
Okay.
It's a mess because it looks like that beanstalk kind of crashed through the area, but it's clean or safe. Excuse me.
All right. I opened the door.
Okay, I'll open the door for you. Inside, this is what you see. Move your tokens. Okay, good. You can see. Good. Excellent. And I'm going to put something else to that layer. Here we go. All right, so you can see in this kitchen area is an 8-foot tall, 3-foot diameter, multi-tiered cake that rests on a large round table in the kitchen. It also contains a stove, an assortment of mismatched cupboards, and work tables. There are 8 pixies suspended in midair around the cake, each wearing a chef's hat and a flour-stained apron. 6 of the pixies squeeze cloth tubes that have icing coming out of them. The others hold armfuls of tiny crimson candles. There are thick creepers with broad leaves encroach the kitchen through a partially open door in the middle of the concave wall. The roots stretch across the floor and coil around a large table, but not around a smaller, rectangular, wheeled table that has 3 trussed-up giant rats on it. So, it's a pretty exciting scene here. You can see a beanstalk vine kind of wrapping around the cake. The cake, which is being iced by pixies dancing in the air, frozen in time. And you can see 3 giant rats kind of also frozen just there on the wheeled table as you walk in. And you hear the sound of paper once more, Christian.
Where do I hear the paper coming from?
You feel like it's now coming from behind everybody, back in the room where Rowan was. Rowan's room.
Tell everyone that the sound is coming from the other room now.
Is it some invisible creature?
It just sounds like paper.
Rowan, that would probably remind you of something. Mr. Thinnings. You haven't seen him in a while.
I shout out. I'm like, all right, you can come out now. You playing hide and seek again?
Yeah, you call out and you hear the ruffling of paper once again. And then, making themselves rather clear, is this absolutely a horrifying figure.
Oh my god.
And I'm like happy. I'm like,
Yeah.
yay!
I was gonna
Miss-
say that doesn't look that horrifying.
I don't know. This is pretty
That's-
scary.
Pretty terrifying.
It's pretty creepy.
I can't tell. The legs are confusing me. I think it's just because of the picture.
No, it's purposefully done. As the out from behind the door frame slides a paper thin figure. It is literally like a poster of an individual that moves and on its own kind of like walks through the room, and then at the moment of their choosing, this creature then pops back into three-dimensional form, and you can see this man named Mr. Thinnings.
Mr. Thinnings!
Is this your friend, Rowan?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, you don't know too much about him. He's very quiet, but he's never been mean to you, and he's always been polite.
Yeah, he's nice.
Hi there, Mr. Thinnings. Thinnings. My name is Siggy.
He doesn't really
Um,
talk.
He doesn't talk. Oh, well, it's still nice to meet you.
He kind of goes like he'll like get real scrunched up, put his hands together, and he'll like kind of wave very briefly. Hi.
Oh, he does talk. Hi.
He'll look at you awkwardly.
Hello, Mr. Thinnings, is it?
He'll nod in affirmation.
My name is Quentin Queen. We're friends. We mean you no harm. I don't know when the last person that you've met could say that, honestly, but we do speak truthfully when we say it.
He'll nod at you like over and over again, like a hurried nod over and over again. And he's gonna look to Charles, and he's gonna see Charles, and he's gonna marvel at him. And he kind of walks over and kind of goes to touch him, but before touching Charles, he looks to the group, and he like looks for your confirmation to be able to touch him.
Go ahead. He's a robot.
He shrugs his shoulders, and then he goes to touch him. And he feels his cold steel, right? Or whatever he's made of, iron, I don't know what he's made of. But he touches him.
Titanium alloy.
Titanium alloy. And he like strokes his arm, and he gets all like, he recoils again. And he like taps him. What is
Charles
he made
probably
of?
makes like.
Oh, that freaks him out. Mr. Thinnings like turns to paper thin, rolls up like a scroll, and tucks himself under the rug.
Hey!
Detected.
I like go and like grab him, and
You
I like
lift up the rug.
I unscroll him.
Well, that.
I like.
And he's like, boop, back to 3D form. He doesn't look towards Charles' direction.
This is my sister and their friends. They're here to, I guess, you're here to rescue me? Why are you guys here?
I'm here to rescue you. These others have other reasons.
I'm here to eat frosting now. I'm gonna eat some of the frosting. That's
I'm here to eat
piped
frosting.
out.
Did
Is there a
Rowan
page?
just
I like
scream no?
Yeah, I screamed like, "Don't eat the frost,"
Why?
because it's really well decorated. I don't want to ruin it.
Oh,
I just
Why
want to get
is
the
there a
bag. What are
giant
the
cake here?
It's not.
bag, not the cake. I just want the bag of frosting. That they're like, was it
Oh,
pipetting?
okay.
oh my god! You're just gonna walk around with a piping bag, just
Yeah.
squirting frosting in
I
your
want
mouth.
Bob to find whatever the frosting does to me in the book. Like, what page is that on?
He says to you, Thinnings says to you, the frosting is of really no concern. It won't harm you. It's quite old. I would be fine eating it. Go
What
ahead.
are you doing here?
I like to keep an eye on things. In Zybilna's absence, I feel like someone needs to take care of this place. But I don't want to run into any of
Listen.
those League of Malevolence.
Listen, mate. How do I unfreeze people in here?
That is the question, isn't it? Wouldn't everyone like to know?
Well, do you know, or do anybody that might know?
We wish to restore Zybilna to power. We imagine that most of the people here probably favor her over the Hourglass Coven and the League.
I know a few things. Yes. Yes, I do. I know a few. I know that...
What can,
Oh, go ahead. You wanted to say, what can you share?
what can you tell us?
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you share?
He'll look at all of you really hesitant. He's known Rowan for a little bit, but he still looks a little bit cautious here. And he says, "It has to do with the cauldron, of course. Yes, that's it, the cauldron. A long time ago, Zybilna trained a creature to drink from the cauldron called the Jabberwock." And at that sound, Rowan, you get that, just the memories of the sounds that you hear from this creature, this kind of like this babble that comes from the creature, real haunts you.
I start putting my hands on my ears. I'm like, no. I start like cowering in the corner.
I'll go hug you.
Three members of the League, Kellic, Warduke, and Zargash, are here guarding the castle. And I'm certain that cauldron has something to do with it. Perhaps if you can destroy that Jabberwock, you could solve the secrets. No one's been able to do it so far. I dare not go in there. Rowan dares not go in there.
Where's the cauldron?
When you speak out, he gets almost like scared again, and he hides behind the bookshelf, and he talks to you out of sight. And he says, "It's the ballroom. Rowan knows where it is. Rowan, you'll take them there, won't you?
No.
Come now. Time to be brave. For your
You're
big
funny.
sister."
I don't foresee us killing a Jabberwock without some sort of tremendous intervention.
What is a Jabberwock?
Just avoid it. You don't want to know.
It's the most horrifying creature. The sounds will haunt your nightmares for the rest of your life.
What? That describes a lot of creatures, actually. A lot of creatures make horrifying screams.
Not like this.
He's right, I'm afraid. This creature is beyond compare. There may be some help, though. Above, in the central tower, there's a weapon that Zybilna has. It will help you. It'll kill that creature, the Jabberwock, I know it. Someone worthy enough to wield it.
How do we get it?
You'd have to go upstairs and bypass Kellic and his gang. But if you do, I'll tell you this right now. You'll defeat that creature.
What? What makes you so certain?
They're heroes, Rowan. I know them when I've seen them. Zybilna's had many, many powerful people in this palace before, when things were right, before the hags.
That's not here. That's my sister.
Oh, I can tell. She's powerful. Maybe one day you'll become as powerful as your big sister.
I say that not to be mean, but like kind of protective.
I can attest to it. Your sister's quite strong, and I'll create kind of like a minor illusion, like just like kind of like montage shots of like Siggy like flying and like shooting a crossbow and like throwing a firebolt and like
what the?
Yeah.
Rowan, where did you learn that word? Who taught you that?
They say it a lot around here. I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either. I just know it's a bad, bad word.
The way they say it doesn't sound like a bad word.
Yes. Quentin says it a lot. He's mad when he's frustrated with me for going off with Boomy to gather snacks.
Not gather snacks, to recklessly eat things that are growing or that you find in the woods.
Gather snacks.
Snacks are things like little satchels of granola, or perhaps, a little salad or something, not a plate of cookies that
Salad
you find
isn't
in the
a
middle of the
snack.
woods.
No, salad is not a snack.
A small salad is a snack.
I don't think you know what you're talking about, Quentin. Cookies are a snack, and I found some of those in the forest. We've had other snacks, haven't we, Boomy?
Cookies, potatoes.
Right? We've had like plants and mushrooms.
Yes.
Weird things.
We've had some mushrooms. We've had some.
One day, when you both perish for meaning the wrong thing in the forest, a druid is going to use your story as a cautionary tale.
Ooh, you know where we had good snacks? Rowan, your friends in the tree, and I'm forgetting what their names are now, but
The getaway gang.
the getaway
Or,
gang.
The
They have
getaway
great
gang?
snacks.
They do have great snacks.
You remember
I'm-
a friend there, Joey, Will of the Wild. He was the leader of the gang of kids. It was like the lost children, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, Will is so cool. Oh man, I miss those guys.
They
Everything
missed
got
you too.
scary. Oh. I'm like trying to like process like the fact that my sister's like 8 years older than me and going on adventures. And it's like, I don't know. I still don't think you guys should go near that thing.
We might have to. It might be the only way to defeat the hags and get us all out of here.
Or we could just get out of here.
I don't know. If
That's not a terrible thought.
you could.
Good.
You could leave.
We have things.
I have to be completely honest. I don't care about any of the people in this place. I've spent 7 years here. Everyone is miserable. They're all trying to exploit one another. You could just go.
Surely
Well-
you can see that that's because Zabilna is gone.
She's just another Fae. She does the same stuff.
Not all Fae do the same things. I've
Zabilna.
been with Fae that rule justly.
Zabilna ruled fairly, justly. She was a great ruler, the best ruler of Prismere. Not like these hags. Thinnings curls up into paper again, and he kind of positions himself like on the floor underneath the bureau, and you can just hear the voice coming from beneath it. And he says, I need to rest. This has been too much for me to handle. Find the sword. Defeat the Jabberwock. The cauldron will have all of the
Is
answers.
there no? We'll look for the sword. There's no alternatives.
What sword?
The sword, above, in Zabilna's quarters. It's a weapon that, well, when it finds the one that it chooses, they could be unstoppable.
This is about
feel
to be a repeat of the Descent into Avernus campaign
feel
where
like
Christian
this is
gets chosen.
I feel like there's a weird repeating theme in this castle where people keep saying that items need to choose people, but for them to choose them, they just need to be found.
Some lost things need to be found.
Maybe the item won't let you find it until it chooses you.
I mean, that's sort of a chicken or the egg type of situation, but all right.
You can fight the Jabberwock if you feel confident in your ability, but
No,
We're not a lot of sword people, just that's what I'm saying. Actually, just Charles. Would Charles be able to do a sword?
No, I mean I already gave Charles the axe.
Oh, that's true. He does have a
pretty sweet axe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I all right. We could look for the sword, but we really should come up with alternatives. If this thing is that dangerous about the way they talk about it, I'd rather not even confront it if that's a possibility. I know glory and honor and all that crap, but I really don't care for that. I just want to go home.
I want to go home too, and I know my brother does, but there's other people here that need our help.
I don't care about Lord.
I'm like shocked at like the bravery my sister is showing. Like, well, yeah, I guess they do need help.
Yes. Will
And-
and all of his friends, the getaway gang, they might want to get out of here. They've been stuck here too.
I start feeling like ashamed of myself.
And I ain't going anywhere without Boppy, back in his normal Harangon form.
Remember, we also have the summer court coming.
Yeah, we'll be here till next winter when they get here. The summer
I'm
court.
just saying,
Huh.
we have reinforcements coming.
she's-
There's no reason to believe that Sir Talavar would be dishonest.
That's fair, but again, we're dealing with Fae. They are bureaucrats. This is not something that they might decide to act on immediately. Time is not an issue for them.
Well, what
Unless you have confirmation that they're going to be here tomorrow or
No.
within a week. I
well,
don't really
I
think
can
it's a risk we should
reach
take.
out. It's a little costly in terms of magic, but I can reach out to find out more information. But
Listen. We fought. This is Lemon speaking now. We fought hags. We've beat all three of them, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
Except for-
not the story I heard.
Well, I mean, we didn't, we didn't all die. Right? Just Boppy. All right. We always knew he was the weakest link, and
Thank God.
he proved it. But we got to get him back, and we did so well against that last hag. I mean,
Mike
so
is
well.
distraught, Bobby. What did you do?
We always knew he was the weakest link, but he was the most beloved link, and we want to get him back.
And maybe
pardon
the sword
me,
will help us.
Rowan, and
next.
don't do as I do. But Lemon, what the fuck are you talking about?
Siggy
can
will
I
like
say?
cover Rowan's ears.
What can I say? I'm a glass half full kind of gal.
That's not glass half full. You're calling Bobby. Bobby wasn't weak.
Well, I mean, look at him now. I mean, he's pretty strong as stone, but listen, I'm in agreement with you. We're gonna get Bobby back, okay? But here's the thing: we fought lots of crazy monsters and hags, and what's this Jabberwock anyway? I say we go see what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna say perhaps the sword
All right.
might come in handy.
All right, then, Lemon, you go see what it is and come back and let us know.
Well, you see,
No. We're not sending people to die. Look, Rowan, you don't have to come with us to the Jabberwock, but from what your friend here is saying, we may not even have to defeat the Jabberwock. We may be able to get some. What is this other thing that you said that we could get to defeat it?
Bob, how much of this
you
would
do
I-
not know anything about this sword. This is the first you're hearing about it. Mr. Thinnings is nice to you, but you've never had a meaningful conversation about like what's going on here in the palace. Yeah, he doesn't know. But Mr. Thinnings, who's like just flat piece of paper on the floor now, he's talking to all of you. His head comes out from under that bureau, and he says to you, "The sword's name is Snickersnack. Snickersnack will choose an honorable warrior, and he will bolster that warrior so that they are the strongest in all of Prismere. Zybilna kept it for times just like these. If it wasn't for those hags and their trickery, she could have beaten them."
What did the hags do?
He says, "Unfortunately, I wasn't at the palace when the betrayal happened." And I'd imagine it'd be like in a movie, it'd be like he looks, well, he's a piece of paper on the floor, but he looks down, and then like a flashback happens, and you see this gorgeous, beautiful archfey, this pristine ruler of this land, Zybilna, who everyone's talked about. She's poised, she's tall, she's got long flowing brown hair, a crown of thorns on her head, and she is walking around, and he's describing the event in detail. And he says that it was one day when the hags came to visit. They set up Zybilna's cauldron. They did something to it, and it made everything here stop. Time froze. Every creature, every object, no longer in motion, including Zybilna. It was powerful magic. Of course they had to use her cauldron to do it. The source of all of this magic is the cauldron.
And where is Zybilna now?
At the place of betrayal, in the ballroom, overlooking the cauldron herself, frozen for all time. And he just slides back under the bureau.
I pick him up and I fold him into a letter, and I put it in my pocket.
Ouch! Oh!
Yeah.
Ah.
Wait, does it hurt?
Oh! Oh! Ow!
It's like
Ah!
I had a piece of paper in front of me. Wait.
It's been the one following us.
I like to take him up. And I keep folding him until he's pocket sized, and I put him in my pocket.
Oh! Ah!
You okay in there?
He doesn't like it, and he's gonna resist this. If you want to
Alright.
try to do it, he'll try to break free.
As soon as I feel him resisting it, I stop.
He'll pop back up into 3D form and then hide in between like the crevice that's, you can't even fit your finger in, between the wall and the bureau. All right. So from this location here, you have a couple of options. If you want to go up north, sorry, not north, excuse me. If you want to go up in level, you'd have to go north. This door here to the northwest, that door leads to a stairwell that, Joey, you have been told by Kellic not to go before. That's not some place you should be at. And then this door leads to the dining room.
Yeah, avoid there. Wait, actually, I have a friend in there. His name is
Demitas?
Demitas.
Yeah.
I had it written down.
Couldn't read your handwriting, could you?
No, I just took me a second to find it. There was a lot of information.
Sure.
I swear, I could.
Yeah, I believe you. That's the dining room, though. That's where you would go to get food. Excuse me, not food. Excuse me. Where Dupe for Gale would be, and your friend Demitas.
Yeah. Maybe we can get my friend, but I don't want to go in there. Doom for Tail is in there.
Who is your friend? How could he help us?
He's the
Does he
spoon.
A spoon.
Yeah.
He is a spoon.
I think I'd rather get the sword than the spoon.
You all look concerned. Like,
So, you know what they say, the spoon is mightier.
Siggy's gonna whisper to Quentin, I think they've messed with his mind.
Your brother.
I'll cast a message back. A long time away from people you know can make you start to imagine things. I'm sure you had a very vivid imagination at his age as well. You still
Only
do.
been-
They're using message. You can't hear them.
I know.
Yeah.
But out of character, I do want to say it's only been 3 months.
For you.
I mean,
For you.
3 months
It's been
for
8
an
years.
8-year-old is a
Yeah.
long time.
That's true.
True. Yeah, it's like an infinite amount of time.
Yeah.
You ground an 8-year-old for a month. It's like, all right, I'm locked away for life.
Yeah. Siggy responds to Quentin's message. Oh yeah. I remember when I lost Rowan, I talked to a pet rock for about forever, for a month, I think.
What was his name?
Did Lemon hear this? I think I said this to.
Oh,
Maybe I
did
said
you?
it.
Oh,
You know what?
sorry.
Maybe I said it out loud. Maybe I did say it out loud. His name was Rocky.
Balboa.
Wait, wait, did the rock talk?
No, but I talked to my rock, and he was a good friend until I found some other friends who took me under their wing.
Oh. The spoon talks.
Sure, he does.
So you're in this room with the 8 pixies dancing around the cake, the rats kind of like stacked on top of this table,
Why'd you say it like that?
and the beanstalk intruding into the room. There's the beanstalk here. There is the doors that lead to the dining hall, and then the doors that lead to the tower, to the second floor. Where do you want to go?
Bobby, what was the name of my axe again?
The woodcutter's axe.
What's on top of this beanstalk?
Glad you asked, Mike. The beanstalk. This beanstalk is basically tearing this place asunder. The growth of an enormous beanstalk has filled and lifted one of the towers into the air. The space between the open doorway is choked with rubble and thick roots from the beanstalk's base. It looks as though the tower above, which is now elevated into the air, is floating kind of precariously as the wind kind of blows it left and right. The floor of the tower is 20 feet above where you're standing. The beanstalk looks like it's roughly 80 to 100 feet high.
Does this look climbable?
With some danger to it, yes. With an element of danger. It would not be something you could just do over time. You'd have to make a check. Perhaps you could hurt yourself doing it.
This may be really fucking stupid.
Those are the best things to do.
What was that word again?
Can we cut the beanstalk down?
Your axe would do quite a bit of damage. It would do like I think it's double the damage it said, or it counts.
All right,
as a
I'm gonna
critical
go
hit.
out here, and then I'm gonna say, Charles, go ahead, take a few whacks at it.
Charles will acknowledge you, and he's gonna do it. Give me an insight check real quick, though. I feel like you might know the answer here, the physics of this. Being such a intelligent individual.
Apparently, my character sheet somehow closed. Give me 1 second.
That's all right. That's fine.
Characters.
Bear.
There we are. All right, insight. Where are we? All right. Okay, my character's not smart enough. I'm gonna apparently I have to reinstall the D&D Beyond thing, but I rolled a 3. So
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take quite some time, even with the woodcutter's axe. So do you want to like leave Charles here? It might take like a good 10 minutes to cut it down. Because he'll take one swing, and it'll do a massive amount of damage because it's plant, and it'll start to hack away at it. But this is like chopping down basically like a massive, redwood. It's like it's the width of the tree. What's the word here? Circumference? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circumference is around.
Gotcha. My favorite knight at the round table is Circumference. And you're chopping and chopping and chopping, and he's getting somewhere, right? He's making massive hacks with
Hold
this
on.
woodcutter's axe.
I know you're a dad now, but
Now,
that
4 years.
what you said should be fucking illegal.
What's the matter,
Oh,
Joey? A little math joke for you?
What do you guys think? Should we just leave him here and go off and do whatever?
It'll happen. He will make it. This axe will cut through this beanstalk. What do you think, group?
I'm turning to you guys.
would not know what's up there.
You don't know what's up there now. But, I mean, it'll make a loud noise when it collapses. What do you want to do?
Can I fly up and examine if there's anything up high that we should be aware of that might fall on top of us as this thing goes down?
Sure. Well, again, it's lifted an entire tower of the castle up into the air, so it's gonna strike down with a massive force once the beanstalk no longer holds it. Do you want to fly up into the tower?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me just make sure I'm not making a mistake here. I'm gonna look at something before I tell you anything. But while Siggy's doing this, what are the rest of you doing down below?
I'm waiting for Charles.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna make a mistake. I was gonna tell you something I shouldn't have. Good. I'm glad I took a moment. Okay, so you head up, Siggy. You head up into the beanstalk area. The interior of this tower is a mess of broken furniture and grasping vines. Amid the ruins, a toad wearing a tiny wizard's cape perches on the lid of a treasure chest that has slid into a wall and become surrounded by junk.
Hi there, little toad.
Rabbit.
My name is Siggy. Nice to meet you.
Rabbit.
Can I just take that little trunk you're sitting on? Can
And
I
it,
do
like,
an insight
hops.
check to see if it's like... Oh, it will
hops
hop
off.
down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use my mage hand to open it. Is there a lock on it?
There definitely is, but I'm just trying to figure out something here. Yeah. You do. You open it, yeah.
Okay.
You can open it, actually, yeah. Let me tell you what you find here. Yeah, why is this not here? Okay. Weird. I'm gonna come back to you here, Dasha, because I don't see... Oh, duh. At the bottom. Treasure. Okay, so the treasure chest, when you open it up, it does look like it was locked at some point. However, the lock looks like it's been smashed, and as it's been thrown around this room. You open it up, and it contains a pair of boots with small little white wings on them.
Oh. Very cool. I will grab the boots, and I will scoop up the toad, and I'll say, "Let's get you down from here, Mr. Toad. This whole building is about to go down, and I don't want you to get hurt."
Rabbit.
Great. So she'll fly down and wave at everyone, say, "Look, I found a new friend and some cool shoes."
Yeah, that's all that's in there, actually. Just that one pair of boots. Yeah.
She'll drop the shoes at someone's feet, whoever's nearest to her. And she'll just like stand there petting the toad and, "Rowan, look what I found."
I like fly up, or I flutter up. I'm like, oh, it's a toad.
Yeah, it's so cute. What should we name it?
Rabbit.
Well, does the toad have a name? You have a name, Toad.
Rabbit.
Rabble?
Rabble?
Robert?
Rabble?
Robert? Rob?
Grab the
Oh,
boots.
Sounds like Robert, I think.
Robert.
Rabbit.
Robert.
All right. Just throw it in the bin with all the rest of our companions that just follow us everywhere.
Siggy will put it on her shoulder.
Yep, the toad will just sit there and croak.
Great.
I'll get comments. Someone, that's not what a sound a toad makes. I don't know what sound a toad makes. Frog, toad, the same thing. I don't know.
I think
I know
toads.
they're not. What's that?
I think toads croak and frogs go ribbit.
Croak.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do that.
They croak. They don't say the word croak.
Okay. So the toad comes with you. It's sitting on Siggy's shoulder. And where do you want to go next? Charles is going to chop this thing down.
But we need to figure out how to get that sword, I suppose, somehow. If we're going to kill this stupid jibber jabber that's around the cauldron.
When you say the sword that killed the jibber jabber, the toad croaks.
Yes, very good, frog. Anyways.
I'm gonna ask the frog if he knows where to get the sword.
Do fairies know how to speak with animals?
The toad goes.
Can you lead us to the sword?
Well, based on what Paperman said, we have to deal with the League of Malevolence, so I assume we should just kill all of them at this point.
They're scary dudes. I don't think you can do that.
I already put a bolt in a hag's head. How could a bunch of mortals be worse?
Remember,
One of
he's
them's
a child.
like really strong.
Yes, Warduke scares you.
And
Although
then
a lot of things seem to scare you.
I just like motion with my hands like this at the giant robot, swinging your two-handed axe into a beanstalk.
Yeah.
We are quite strong as well. As I said, your sister has gained quite a strong handle on some very useful abilities.
Yeah, but then you guys could get hurt.
Your sister. That's right. You have a twin sister.
It's just
All right, so Lemon says, all right, so we going up or are we going to the dining room? Because
we also have to consider at some point we're going to see those hags again.
Wait,
Oh,
didn't
well-
you say that de Blasio was in the dining
De
room?
Blasio.
Doob for Gale.
You just like walk in, it's like, hello, I'm the mayor, I'm former mayor of New York City. Like, De Blasio.
De Blasio, yes, is in the dining room.
I
Yes.
have no idea how I ended up here. I thought it was
But to be fair, I don't know how I end up most places.
This
Do
is
you
what
want-
happens when you try to re-elect when you have
Le-
term limits.
Lemon says, I think we could take on anybody, especially if those hags come back. We'll just put them back in their place.
Well, sure, but do we need to? I mean, I'm all for like. It seems like there's a lot going on in this castle. Why do we need to go to the dining room?
We don't need to go to the dining room.
Well, then, if we don't need to go to a dining room that has a big monster blob in it, then
Then let's
why
go
would
up.
we?
Yeah,
Let's
but
go
my
up.
friend.
So,
Oh, your friend is in the dining room.
Yeah.
Siggy, was there anything else in the tower, or was it just literally a frog?
Just the frog. As far
It
as
looked
I
like
saw,
most
could
had
go
been
again.
destroyed.
Huh?
Yeah. It looked like the tower's contents had all been destroyed. There was junk littering the floors, but that seemed to be the thing standing out, the toad perched on the trunk.
How big are the doors to the dining room? And which
Big double doors. Yeah,
which
big
door-
double
which
doors.
to the dining room?
This one? To the right?
That one? Yeah.
Mhm.
How big is that doorway?
Large double doors, yeah. I mean, I don't know height exactly, but
Large
Maybe I
enough
do.
to fit a cake through?
yeah, of course, yeah. A cake? Yeah, of course, definitely.
No, well, this cake.
Yeah, they were making it for presumably people in the
Okay.
dining hall, right?
You said that you feed whatever's in there. What if we offer cake as a gift, and then we could go talk to your friend and get in, get out. We don't have to deal with a blob.
That could work, but she might eat you.
Well, I've never eaten another person, but I can attest that cake is quite delicious, and this looks quite good.
I don't think that I taste as good as this cake.
We could try.
We
Cake is
could.
always a good tool for any endeavor.
And if it gets scary, you can come running back in here, and we'll be right behind you, all right on your heels.
Wait, you're gonna send me in alone?
No, I'm saying we're going to go in, but if it gets scary, you can just run out of the room back to the kitchen.
What will happen to you guys?
We'll come with you, but I want to make sure that you get out quickly, all right?
Oh, okay.
All right, so you do want to go into the dining room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I start grabbing some plate.
Is there a way to move this cake? I mean, this is a huge cake, right?
Yeah, I would say you can lift the table it's on, and all 4 of you can kind of move it. Position
Oh,
it.
okay, it is on a table. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like on like.
However,
the floor.
the pixies that are frozen, decorating it, kind of swirling around it, they cannot be moved. In fact, you've moved the water before. The water droplets have moved outside, flower petals or dust motes in the air. You've been able to walk through those things. When you try to lift the cake and you bump into one of the pixies, it's like you hit a brick wall. The pixies are not moving. You'd have to maneuver the cake around them, and you can do it. No check needed, but you maneuver it around, but you realize those pixies are stuck there. And you can try to pull on them, push them. They do not move.
So we can't get the cake out from.
No, I was saying you could
Around-
maneuver it so that you
okay.
could get it beyond their flying bodies, but the pixies would notice that if you bumped into them, they are not moving. But you can maneuver the cake out. You want to bring it into the dining room? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you open the dining room doors and you see this elegant room. I'll describe it to you. The dining room. Paintings of fey creatures and the mounted heads of majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls of this dining hall. In the middle of the hall, you see a deformed giant squatting at the head of a table, piled with food. The grease-stained tablecloth is tuckered under the giant's chin, and she washes down each slobbering mouthful with a gulp of a barrel of beer. A tea cart in one corner of the banquet hall has an iron kettle and a tureen of steaming soup resting atop it. And you can maneuver yourselves into the dining hall, and you can see everything that I just showed you. There's the token. The cart is to the right, so move yourselves. You can position yourselves and see everything. Can you move your tokens, or is it no? Is it stuck?
Oh, okay, I can.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so there you go. That's the scene you see, and I'm going to show you the artwork for this, because it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna message Siggy. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, that's kind of blobby.
Yeah, and the
It's an
creature,
ugly creature.
the creature calls out, "More cake! Bring more cake!"
I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna message Siggy. Look, if it goes bad, just get your brother out, and we'll follow you. But no one's gonna blame you for making sure your brother's safe.
While this is happening, I wanna try and get to these doors.
Which ones? The terrace?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's where yeah.
That's where your friend would be, correct? Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So you start to sneak in, but there's no fooling Doob for Gale. She has seen your crew enter with the masterful cake, and she goes, "Finally! Kellic promised cake, and now I get cake. Bring it in!"
Of course, we are here to please the lady of the dining room. Is cake your preferred dish?
You mean the future ruler of Prismere? Yes, bring me cake. Doob for Gale. She shall have cake.
Oh,
future ruler of Prismere, well, I can see a place for a crown on your head already. I think perhaps it's a fitting place for you. This
And she
palace,
looks
I
up
mean.
and sees
I'm gonna try.
Boomy.
I'm trying to like kind of keep her distracted by me away from Rowan, where Rowan's going.
right.
Performance check.
No, I don't think so. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. Boomy, though, you come in and she goes, "Oh, look, a monarch. Come closer, monarch. I'll gobble you up to see if you look if you're as sweet as you look."
Now, that's not very queenly of you.
Yes, I'd bow to no monarch. You will get no such greeting from me.
Yes,
I'm gonna
but
growl.
monarchs must treat with other monarchs, must they not? I've spent much time in royal courts, and if you wish to rule Prismere, you must
Silence! Cake
respect.
now! Bring me the cake!
We are bringing you the cake. It is on the way.
You all position the cake in front of her?
Yeah, I'll yeah, we'll bring it close, I guess.
Okay, you position yourselves. You bring the cake down the dining hall table. And she'll snatch it from you once you get within like 10 feet. She'll snatch the cake and start to devour it. She'll just take
The whole
handfuls.
thing, and what she grabs, what the whole
No,
cake?
it's a big cake, so she's taking like, the
Oh,
cake is
okay.
honestly like, it was a large like size, right? Like literally like a 10-foot tall cake.
Yeah.
And so she's bigger than that. She's, I think, gargantuan, but not gargantuan, huge. That's a giant, like a hill
gotcha.
giant. Yeah. So she starts grabbing the cake in handfuls, and she's devouring it. It's gonna take her a while to eat it, but she looks rather engrossed in her work.
I want to run and grab my friend and then get the hell out of there.
Sure. You head to the terrace door and you open it. Everybody sees Rowan head to the terrace door, and it's a gentle breeze enters in through the dining hall. Some of the tablecloth edges ruffle up. On the terrace, though, you can see bathed in twilight is a marble terrace offering stunning views of the mountains, forests, and swamps, the shimmering horizons of Prismere. Spaced about the balcony are tables draped in white tablecloths and chairs around each one. The tea cart from the banquet hall. There's a tea cart out here on the terrace rolling around. It careens over to you. Cups, saucers, bowls, utensils, and napkins fly out of the cart's drawers and arrange themselves before you. They're joined by a waddling cauldron of soup, piping hot tea kettle, and a pair of lit candles in candlesticks. A serving spoon hops onto the cart, bows, and says to you in common, "Be our guest, be our guest." And Demitas, the spoon, looks up. "Oh, Rowan.
There's no time for this. We got.
There's no time for this, Rowan.
Also,
yes.
it's not legally distinct enough.
There's no time for this, Rowan. Come on."
He's Italian, not
He's
French.
Italian, he's not French. No, I gotta change it up. Not Lumiere here.
Can't have Disney blocking the channel.
He's
here.
linguine.
He's Linguini. Hey, Demitas, what, these are your friends, Rowan.
Yep. These are my friends. And this is my sister.
Hey, look at that. So your sister, yes.
Like, quick, we gotta get you out of here.
Hello.
She looks so much older than you. You told me you had a twin. You lied to me? You lied
No,
to
I
Demitas?
didn't lie.
Why
I
do you lie to Demitas? Come
I
on.
don't lie to Demitas.
Oh, well, hello. Look at this. And Lemon floats in, and it's like, Lady in Red starts playing. And Demitas looks over, and he's like, "My goodness, look at this beauty angel flying in." And remember, Lemon is basically, the size of, like, silverware, so it kind of makes sense. She flies in, and she goes, "Oh, hello there. Yes, Lemon. Hi. Charmed." She
You
gives
turn
him his
to
hand.
Quentin and just say, "Is it me or creatures from the Feywild just always naturally horny? I don't understand."
Yeah, no, we do run a little hot. We also don't really acknowledge a lot of differences between species, apparently.
Well, I see you have very beautiful friends, Rowan. What can I do for you all?
We gotta get out of here. We're getting you out of here. We're leaving. And I just grab him and I start running.
Put me
Like,
down,
my hand
please.
is like over his mouth.
What-
And his hand, so he
I
cannot.
don't
communicate
have a
at all.
mouth to cover, you fool. Yeah, he talks completely normal. He's literally, there's no mouth.
How are you doing that?
I actually do have a picture of this, apparently. Yeah, I think I can, yeah. I think I do have artwork here. No, of course, it's not going to be something I can very easily find. But... yeah, oh, wow, I found it. Jeez. Here you
Let me
go.
see that artwork. Oh, he's got little hands.
He has little hands and
A little
feet.
smiley face, it looks like.
It's like, it's actually not a smiley face. It's like water stains, you know, like water stains on the, and it just happens to make like a little face on the spoon. But yeah, so the little pot and tea kettle, the candlesticks, they all set up as if you were going to enjoy dinner here. So you grabbed Demitas and you say, we're getting out of here. And he says, well, what do you mean getting out of here?
We
And-
are trying to escape after taking
Ah.
care of some business first.
Ah, well, let me whip something up for you. We can't go on an empty stomach.
I'm holding him, right? Like I've grabbed him.
Yeah, you got him.
I'm running. I'm running out of this room.
Okay, we go where you want. I guess I am captive, as they say. All right, you've got Demitas. You head out of the dining hall. Are you heading back to the beanstalk area?
Is there anything else on the terrace? I don't know if anyone wants to take a look.
No,
Or-
there was just the other animated objects. Demitas, you know, is the only one that speaks, though. The others do not speak. So you all head back out of the Dube for Gale dining hall and back to the beanstalk. Where
As we do, I put Demitas on the floor so he can walk around.
he'll walk around slowly behind you all, and he says, "Where are we headed?"
I don't know.
Well, Demitas, if you, since you are a, how do I say a piece of silverware? Since you are in the food serving family,
Yes, I am in the
Um,
food service industry. Yes.
in the food service, I see that you have some maybe knowledge about other food service or other vessels for food or food-like things. Would you happen to know where a cauldron might be in the castle, or have you seen a cauldron, or do you know anything about a cauldron that could help us?
Oh, yes, Bilna's cauldron. Yes, it's in
Yes,
the
that
ballroom.
one.
Yes, it's been in the ballroom for quite some time. Kellic, he doesn't let anyone go there. No. Kellic does not. He's a nasty man. You've met him before?
I have not.
Oh, he's not a nice man. No,
He's another mess.
he's not a nice.
Are there any barriers preventing us from going into the ballroom?
Oh, yes, well, there's that crazy creature. Yes, the jabberjuggy, the jabberwuggy wigglewagga.
And
So we need to get the sword, for sure. Then.
Yes, if
is there a
Zabilna,
reason that the Jabberwock stays in the ballroom?
yes, it protects that cauldron. Kellic, he does not want anyone going in there. Of
From
course,
what we
Zabilna
heard-
trained it when it was a young little dragon, but now it is a source of evil. Kellic uses it at any chance he gets.
How does Kellic use it?
That's a good question. I don't know how he does it.
Well, no,
But
I'm not saying how does he use. What does he do with it? What does
That's
it
a-
do for him?
That's a good question. He makes sure nobody goes into that hall. That's for sure.
So you don't actually know if he uses it or not. He just says he does.
Oh, I am not gonna go fight the Jabberjiggy, but it is definitely dangerous. I can assure you that.
Well, we saw dragon-like creature flying over us when we came into near the palace.
Yes,
So I
it
don't think it
patrols the
stays in
area. I
there.
see it flying a few times past my balcony.
Well, what if we just wait for it to leave then?
You could do that, yes. From time to time, when it gets bored, it flies around, but it always comes back to the same spot. It's kind of like it's a resting spot.
Well, I mean, does it go at night, day?
It kind of goes whenever it wants. I don't really pay attention too much, but every so often it flies by. The last few days I've been occupied feeding that Fomorian over there. And he kind of mentions into the banquet hall, Dube for Gale. I wish the Zybilna would come back. She was such a wonderful ruler. She was so powerful.
Well, we're working on it.
We'll get her back.
Yes, perhaps maybe one day if you save her, you'll be immortalized as a glass statue up in the room above the banquet.
Sorry, what was that?
What?
Oh yes, Zybilna. She's powerful. She's like how do you people from the other realms say it? A fairy godmother?
That's more of a storybook sort of thing.
Well,
what do you
look
mean?
at us all. Are we not in a story here? And he like winks at
Well-
the camera.
Wait, so he has eyes, but he doesn't have a mouth?
His water-stained eyes wink at the camera. He says, yes, the Kellic will not let you go anywhere near that, though, of course. You're not heading up to the second floor, Rowan. You can't go there. You know that.
I know.
Well, I mean, obviously Kellic doesn't know about the special pass that he's been given.
Well, if that's the case, you can try your luck, but Kellic he's not going to be too happy. No, I can tell you that for sure. Not going to be too happy.
Do you know if Kellic, is he human, elven?
Oh, he's a human for sure, but I say for certain he's a bit of a devil.
But he doesn't fly, does he?
Oh, yes, he can fly. I assure you this.
Can fly.
Oh, yes, I can assure you this.
It'd be
flies.
helpful if more than one of us had the ability to fly, wouldn't it?
Yes, it looks as though some of you can. And he points to Rowan and Siggy.
Biggie, are we gonna help these guys? Or
Siggy, where'd you put the boots?
I
your
just
pack?
threw them down in front of the group, assuming someone would pick them up. So I don't know
Alright,
if someone
so
picked them up.
They're
They're
standing
no
there.
use to me.
What are the
Oh, I did not
boots?
know that. I thought you had them.
I said I dropped them out down in
What-
front of the group.
Do we know what the boots are?
They have little wings on them, so Siggy assumed they would be for flying.
Oh.
And she does not need them, so
Oh.
that's why she's like, "Oh, I have these, and I have this frog, which is so much more entertaining than the boots
Oh,
for me."
one
so-
thing to mention, I forgot. The frog. Do you have like a backpack or something?
Yeah.
Dube for Gale. When you entered in, the frog was frightened and recoiled into your backpack.
Okay.
You could hear it croaking silent, like softly from your pack.
Okay. I'll take him out when we're out of the scary giant woman's sight, and I'll just pet him, be like, "It's okay, we're safe now," and I'll give a little kiss on the nose, like, "It's okay," and I'll put him back in the bag for safekeeping.
And you're like totally kissing some weird creature. That's not a frog.
It does not transform
my-
if that's what you're hoping.
It's my baby. It's my new pet, and I have to keep it. It's like what's the Neville Longbottom's little that always keeps escaping in Harry Potter.
Yeah. Look. I don't mind helping you out, but I'm not going to be of very much use. You wanna take me upstairs? I mean, this seems really a dangerous way to get on Kellic's bad side.
well, do you want to get out of here?
I mean, I'm gonna stay here no matter what. Just want to know who my boss is gonna be. Is it gonna be Kellic? Is it gonna be Zybilna? You seem to think you're bringing him back as Zybilna, huh?
That's the plan.
I mean, that would be fantastic, as they say in the mortal realms.
Sorry, do they not say fantastic here? I grew up in the Feywild. They say fantastic everywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a spoon. I don't know what you want from me.
Thank you, Luigi. You may...
Hey, just keep going back to that like Parks and Rec thing episode where there's like a foreign like wine connoisseur. He's like, how you say thing? Like
Yeah.
you know thing.
Yes.
Everyone knows that word.
Yeah. That was a good episode, actually. The wine tasting.
I love that episode.
Okay, so are you headed upstairs at this point?
Yeah. Well, how's Charles doing on that beans?
He's working. I mean, he's cutting. It's like, you
chopping
know,
away at it.
yeah. I mean, it's like cutting down, like I said, like a massive, you know, sequoia or something like that. So it's taking
he said
some
it
time.
won't take like 10 minutes. We could just relax for 10 minutes. I'm not leaving the robot behind.
Yeah, you could. You wanna wait till Charles is done?
Yeah.
Okay. Demitas will say, hold on a second. You're gonna chop it down that tree?
No, I don't know if I'd call it a tree, but yes.
The beanstalk?
Yes. That's the
I get
plan.
some of the best green beans from that stalk. You're gonna really chop it down?
Yeah, I think I am.
How do you harvest them?
That's all we do. We cook.
Are you guys hungry?
No, listen here. You chop that beanstalk down, and that whole tower is gonna come crashing, and your friend is gonna get killed.
He's a robot. It takes 10 minutes to rebuild him. It'll just be Charles the 101st.
And I'm just a spoon, but we got a feelings, my buddy.
It takes you 10 minutes to build him again. Maybe that's why he keeps breaking.
Or I can get him back instantly if I'm willing to use a little magic.
Oh, well, that makes sense, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna say put me somewhere safe when that thing comes a crashing down, and you're definitely not gonna want to be in this room.
All right.
Oh, Charles. All right, forget it. Come on.
So
All
is
right.
it? So he's chopping and it's not like he's breaking away at something. It's that he's actually chopping something that's going to like fully fall.
Yeah, so I'd imagine like let me show you here, if I can do a little drawing, if you will. I'll do it right in the beanstalk room. So the beanstalk is like, you know, going like this vertically, right? Whatever, it's got all the beanstalks coming off
Yeah.
of it. You're chopping the beanstalk, you know, like right here on the floor. So I imagine Charles got like maybe like halfway through at this point. And if he continues on, the beanstalk's going to lose its stability and it's going to topple whatever, you know, on top of it's going to fall down. It's going to be like a big, huge tower crashing down into the floor. That 80-foot tall tower crashing down where the frog was. So it's
Well-
up to you, but Charles definitely will be destroyed under the weight of the tower falling. And the area here is probably going to be under disarray and lots of debris, and you probably are in danger just being this close to it.
Anyone fly up just to see the peek inside?
The beanstalk tower, Siggy did, remember?
okay. I was gonna say-
At this point, I'll pick the boots up. No one's taking them off.
Yeah, you could take him. Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't chop down this tree yet, just
I'm
to be safe.
all right. If we chill for a little bit, can I identify these boots?
Yeah, I don't actually think they require attunement, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, what are they?
They're winged boots. They are, you know, you have fly speed equal to, yep, does not require attunement. Wonder-sided feet
All right,
categories.
I'm
yeah, so
gonna keep the boots. I'm gonna wear the boots. I'm gonna take my old boots off, which are also magical, and see if anybody wants them.
what are they?
your old boots?
You gave me the boots of like elven skin or something. Like
Oh
that.
yeah, right. Boots of Elven Kind.
Yes, that's it.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
that you had magic boots.
Yeah, so these boots
Sure.
give you a flying speed equal to your walking speed. You can use the boots up to fly for up to 4 hours, all at once or in shorter flights. Each one using a minimum of 1 minute from the duration. So yeah, that's it. And if you're flying when your duration expires, which I don't think is going to happen, you descend at a rate of 30 feet per round until you land.
What are they called? Boots of what?
They are winged boots.
Winged boots.
Yep.
There they are.
I'll take the boots of elven kind.
All right, my man, you got him.
All right.
On my style anyway.
So I assume we're going to pause here. You're going to head up the stairwell next. You're going to go to the tower to the northwest, correct, through that door?
Yep.
Okay. We'll pause here as you open that door, and it leads into a long, dark hallway. Again, the only real light source is going to come from another stairwell venturing out into the void, that vortex chamber. And we'll stop here. Thank you for chatting with us tonight. We had some people in the chat. Thank you, Stefano, Greyhawk Exile. A lot of people are onto some of the clues here. And loving Joey's Doob for Gale V2. Doob Rogal V2. Yes, your description of your giant blob. But thanks again for watching, and Joey, thanks for coming on. We'll have you back next week when the crew heads upwards, a place that Rowan has not been in his time here at the palace. Don't forget, you can stay up to date with everything that's going on here on Tabletop Bob by following the links down below to social media, and you can join our Discord. If you'd like to support the channel in a more direct way, you can always do so. The links down below for Patreon, Ko-fi. My Patreon group is coming to a real... it's like the end of their big story arc, and Joey is actually playing with us in that campaign, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm pumped for this Thursday session because, so much. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it could be a TPK. It could be the end of the campaign. Who knows? We really don't. So yeah, join the Patreon if you're interested in playing a game with us. And last thing here, check out tomorrow. Keep on the Borderlands crew is back with the old school remastering. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the tabletop. Have a great night.
Hey,
Bye, everyone.
everybody.